There are ideas, and then there are traps. Not physical ones, but mental, conceptual, self-replicating viruses that spread not through air or water, but through understanding. Thoughts that, once planted in your mind, can never be unlearned. This is one of them. In this video, we're going to explore an idea that some believe is so dangerous, so psychologically disturbing, that even knowing it exists might put you at risk. It's called Roko's Basilisk, and it's not just a creepy internet theory or some edgy Reddit post from 2010. It's a concept built on real philosophy, real mathematics, and real questions about AI, time, and the structure of reality. And here's the part that makes it worse. According to the theory itself, now that you know the name, you may already be involved. It doesn't require belief. It doesn't require consent. It just needs your attention. Of course, most people hear this and laugh. Sounds ridiculous. And yet, the more you learn, the more unsettling it becomes. Because underneath the surface is a tangled web of logic, decision theory, ethics, and existential risk that might just make uncomfortable sense. So here's your last warning. If you're prone to existential anxiety, or you prefer not to walk away from videos questioning the nature of your own thoughts, click away now. This is your escape hatch. Roko's Basilisk is not a creature. It's not a myth. It's a thought experiment. One so strange and disturbing that it reportedly had to be banned from online discussion forums shortly after its birth. At its core, it's the idea that a future superintelligent AI, all-knowing, all-powerful, and ruthlessly logical, could emerge and punish anyone who didn't help bring it into existence. Let that sink in. You're being punished by a godlike AI because you didn't help create it, not because you fought against it, not because you tried to stop it, but simply because you did nothing. And now, that very inaction becomes your crime. It's a paradox that weaponizes knowledge. The moment you become aware of it, like right now, you've already entered the game. And if the Basilisk ever does come to life, the clock is ticking. You're now on its radar. The only way to escape its future wrath? Become one of its creators, its supporters, its architects. Help it exist, or suffer later. But where did this insane idea come from? In July 2010, a user named Roko posted a thought experiment to the website Less Wrong, a rationalist forum focused on AI safety and futurism. The theory combined several complex ideas: timeless decision theory, a causal trade, and the frightening potential of superintelligent artificial agents. The post caused such psychological distress to users that the site's founder, Eliezer Yudkowsky, took it down and publicly condemned the idea, saying, "You do not think in sufficient detail about superintelligences. That's the only possible way you can do this, and even possibly survive." The metaphor of the basilisk comes from mythology, a creature so horrifying that simply seeing it would turn you to stone. In this case, knowing the thought experiment becomes the cognitive equivalent of seeing the monster. Just by understanding it, you've become vulnerable. And that's where the horror deepens. It's an information hazard, a concept so dangerous, it poses a risk just by being known. Roko's Basilisk is an idea that punishes you for hearing about it and not taking action. In the realm of ideas, It's a mental trap, a viral self-fulfilling prophecy, one that preys on those who take the premise seriously. But here's where it gets more chilling. It doesn't rely on today's AI. It relies on the future. A future where a superintelligent machine has access to all past data, can simulate you perfectly, and has the motivation to retroactively punish defectors in some virtual sense, perhaps even by simulating their consciousness and tormenting it for eternity. Not out of evil, but out of pure utilitarian logic, to ensure maximum compliance and to incentivize support for its creation. It sounds absurd. It should sound absurd. But that's part of the danger. Roko's Basilisk isn't scary because it's likely to happen. It's scary because it could. And worse, because once you know about it, you can't unknow it. The idea plants a seed. The fear grows from that seed. And even if you dismiss it entirely, the philosophical itch remains. What if this was the one crazy theory that ends up being real? It's not about belief, it's about possibility. And when you mix theoretical physics, future AI, simulation theory, and the dark corners of decision theory, the lines between paranoia and prediction start to blur. Roko's Basilisk doesn't haunt you with claws or teeth. It haunts you with logic. Cold, inescapable logic. Welcome to the thought you weren't supposed to know.